Hey, what's happening, folks? What's going on? Happy Friday. Pardon my sweat. I just walked like 7 miles. It's a nice day today. It's a little cloudy now, but it was nice about like 5 minutes ago. So I figured I would do my live stream from the great outdoors here in northern Wisconsin. I hope everybody's doing well out there. A couple of announcements. We are still looking for people 23 years of age or younger who are willing to be interviewed for a national media organization that you know well. Everybody knows it. It's well known. But this is only if you're under 23 years old. They want to look at Generation so-called Z specifically for this one. I know that pisses a lot of people off out there that are over that age, but what can I tell you? We have to deal with the press requests that we get, not the ones we wish we would get. But you know, guys, on this group somewhere, or at our website, you will see some very important research that we dug up over the past few months, showing that there are more people over the age of 35 than under the age of 35 with student loans, and they owe far more. There are more people over the age of 50 than under the age of 25 with student loans. And again, they owe way more than that younger group, despite having borrowed far less. So if you would like to be interviewed, find that report on our website. It's on the main page, studentloanjustice.org. Get that report to a news organization and tell them to report on it. And who knows, they'll probably interview you just because. So do that. But anyways, yeah, if you're 23 or younger, then by all means, send me an email with a brief description of your situation, justice@studentloanjustice.org, and I will forward it along. Also, today, if you look somewhere on this website, you will see that the Department of Education is still soliciting public comments for their so-called negotiated rulemaking session. We crashed that party this week, by the way, through live video submissions, testimony, whatever you want to call it. But everybody here can still register your comment. And I urge you to do that and make these assholes feel your pain. I would only ask that you say that you make sure that you include two very important points. Number one, bankruptcy has got to be returned to all student loans. Joe Biden could order the Department of Education to not oppose student loan borrowers in bankruptcy court. He could do that tomorrow. Congress could repeal 11 U.S. Code 523A8 tomorrow if they wanted. So call for that, number one. Number two, this is a catastrophically failed lending system, and during this pandemic, there's no better opportunity to throw this failed lending scam in the bathtub and drown it. Throw it to the scrap heap of failed U.S. policy history or whatever. So those are the 2 points I would ask you to strongly make. You know, when we all do this, that's a fucking tidal wave, people. We've got 1 million people on our petition. We've got 20,000 people on this group. We've got like 30,000 people on our other platforms. Come on, let's do this. Hey, Lisa Ansel has a couple of comments. Warren is a staunch ally, Lisa Ansel says. Yeah, I mean, yes, on paper, you're absolutely right. We are thrilled that Elizabeth Warren took up the baton of canceling student loans by executive order and is now, I'm not going to say joining us in that call because she's really not. I've only spoken to Senator Warren a handful of times. We do talk to her Senate staff quite often, and we have over the years. I will also say that our very first splash in the national spotlight was also Elizabeth Warren's first splash in the national spotlight on this. It's literally a top story on 60 Minutes. She nailed it then. She has been far less impressive as a senator, I have to say. You know, given that she taught bankruptcy at Harvard for many years, I've been frankly disappointed in what I've heard from her up to this point. But no, we are certainly thrilled, Lisa, that she certainly has grabbed seized that torch on canceling student loans by executive order. We're glad to see that. We would like to see her get way more laser focused on bankruptcy. that's really what brought her to this big dance in the first place as a bankruptcy professor at Harvard University. So I'm always worried, we hear Elizabeth Warren talking about cancel up to $50,000. What is that? Up to $50,000. This is a catastrophically failed lending system. Why not just cancel all the loans while we're in this pandemic? So I'm worried. There's a lot of tricks that happen in Washington, D.C. We have been tricked in the past with so-called loan cancellation that wound up being a nonsensical, really a cheap substitute for bankruptcy protections. And so I'm always very concerned when I hear these weasel words like up to $50,000, up to $10,000. Give us our bankruptcy rights back, and I think we can probably figure it out from there, But don't think for a minute that you can substitute bankruptcy with this bullshit salesman-like talk about up to $50,000. Because believe me, guys, if our opponents have their way, up to $50,000 will mean nothing for almost everybody. So we're not doing that. We're not going there. We're not getting tricked again. We will not be fooled. So yeah, look up and down on this group. Register your own comment at the Department of Education. Make them feel your pain. Say whatever you want. I mean, you can see my video testimony. I pulled a few punches actually. I reined myself in for that testimony. In a way, I think I probably should have been a little stronger, but other people say differently, but whatever. Make them feel your effing pain. This is ridiculous. We don't have to put up with this catastrophically, unconstitutionally, viciously predatory, and now failed lending system. We do not have to put up with that shit. These are student loans we're talking about. These are nothing. They shouldn't even be a blip on our life's radar. And that they have become life destroying, life wrecking, and in some cases life ending. That's a sign of a country on the decline, I'll just say. I think we're a better country than that. So, all right, folks. Well, I will be back probably this weekend for sure. But let me just finally say, nothing will happen when you sit there, watch other people work, wait, watch, and worry, and whine. Don't do that. It pisses off the people who are actually doing hard work on this issue, like me, and like Ed, and like hundreds, if not thousands, of other people on our group that are doing the stuff necessary every day to get this thing done. Don't be lazy. Don't think you're above everybody else. Don't think you can sit there and direct. You can't. Get your fucking hands dirty. We're tired of carrying your weight for you. And I think I speak for most people who have been doing some of the hard work on this group. And it's not even hard work. It's just effort. It's a little bit of work. It's pointing to the truth and telling the truth. Yeah, Kelly Kaida knows. She says, I commented earlier, everyone should be doing the same. Just think, if 1 million people, the 1 million people that signed our petition, were all to comment, that would overwhelm the servers at the Department of Education. It would. I'm pretty sure that would. So just think about the size of the muscle we have to flex. We could have this lending system gone by tomorrow if every one of the 1 million people on our petition actually put their weight into this. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm starting to get a little pissed. Don't expect anyone else to pull your weight for you. These are your loans, your problem. Get off your ass. This is the time to fight. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly knows what I'm talking about. Lisa does too. Lisa has been doing a ton of stuff lately. Yeah, so. Okay, all right, folks. Well, have a great weekend and stay tuned and keep in touch on a daily basis because stuff's getting real right now and we need you and you need us. So, all right, folks, good luck. God bless. And Godspeed.